Random word.
Okay, yeah, so the official source of every single word that they ask at the spelling bee, either spelling or vocabulary, it comes from the Merriam-Webster Unabridged Dictionary. However, for the first 2 rounds of the National Spelling Bee, and for many regional bees too, which is like the bee that you have to win in order to qualify for the National Spelling Bee. It's a list of 4,000 words, and all of the words in the first 2 rounds of the National Spelling Bee will come from that list. But then, other than that, it's just fair.
Hello.
Hello.
Did you go through North-South spelling bee or you directly went from your state?
Yeah, so I was going to talk about that in my journey too, but yeah, North-South was a huge part of my success. So if you guys don't know, North-South is an organization where you can do competitions in many different academic fields like spelling, math, vocabulary, even geography. And then the money you pay for that registration, they use it to give out scholarships for underprivileged people in India and the US. So yeah, that was, there was a lot of competition in North-South bees, especially the national one and even our local one. So yeah, that definitely helped me.
So, after winning the spelling bee, how did it change your life in your school?
Changed my life, like
In the school?
in this.
How other kids, your friends, how did they treat you?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see where this is going. Yeah, so, I mean, I'm going to talk about this a little later too, but after I won the spelling bee, I did get a lot of recognition at school, anywhere, because it was like nationally telecasted, so yeah, I did get a lot of recognition and invitations like this to speak. But yeah, it just shows how much like the spelling bee can connect all of us, right? Yeah, so let me continue my presentation for now, and then there will be another block of questioning later if you guys have any more questions. But yeah, I feel like this is probably the most important part. It's really more about the journey than like the final moment, right? Like when you win, you feel it on stage for maybe like a minute or 2. But the journey is like what you will take away from this entire experience. So I'm just going to talk briefly about my journey and how I got to where I am today. Okay, and yeah, so my first spelling bee was in 2nd grade in North-South. Yeah, it was the local spelling bee for the Tampa chapter, and I actually did not do that well. I placed 8th actually that bee. But what I took away from that experience was my love of going up on stage and spelling words, right? Like I instantly felt some type of connection, and that I had to continue doing this. So since 2nd grade, I knew I was interested in this, and I slowly started preparing. Back then, my school was not enrolled in the Scripps National Spelling Bee program, so I wasn't able to take any steps in order to advance to the National Spelling Bee. But in 4th grade, me and my dad, we asked our school to enroll, and they agreed, so that was the first time our school hosted a class and a school spelling bee, and in that I won the class spelling bee, I won the school spelling bee, I used like that 4,000 list I was talking about earlier, and then next up was regional. So the regional spelling bee was in like Haines City. It was like 2 hours away from my house, and contrary to my expectations, I did really good. I got 2nd place in regionals. So that was when I got really interested in the bee, right? Like, so the region only took one person to go to nationals, so I was just one spot away from going to nationals that year. But I was still really happy for myself and my performance, and this was when I was like, okay, I can do good at this, I need to keep going. So yeah, that's when I really got interested in the spelling bee. Then I tried again in 5th grade, right? And this was, I passed the class, the school bee. This year the regionals was online. And this was actually a larger region, so they sent 2 people this time. And yeah, I got in. So that was the first year I made nationals. I was literally ecstatic after I won that bee. Like, it was great. Like, I was just running around my house and jumping, and I was just like really excited for that. So then I went to Washington, DC in May, right? But this was also the time when it was COVID, like the COVID pandemic. So unfortunately, I tested positive for COVID like the day before the National Spelling Bee, and yeah, I wasn't able to participate that year. So that was probably, I'd say, one of the biggest setbacks throughout my journey. That was like the first time I made it, but I had to like sit in my hotel room all week, and I had to like watch everyone else participate. So I think that was something that was sad, and I feel like I was kind of demotivated a little. But I also felt that urge to keep going and finally be able to participate in nationals the next year. So in 6th grade, I made nationals once again, and that was like my first ever nationals appearance, like going up on stage and competing. So it actually felt like really great, you know, there were like thousands of people, a lot more than this, but definitely there's a lot of people here too. But yeah, it was my first ever nationals appearance, and I actually set high expectations for myself that year. I wanted to get probably in the top 10, top 20. But yeah, I overcomplicated and then I messed up. Yeah, long story short. But yeah, I feel like that disappointment was the one that really pushed me forward the next year. I was like, 2 straight years of not living up to your expectations. You know, there are times the charm, I kind of have to do it, right? So in 7th grade, I was like, okay, how about like the 6th grade summer after that bee was over, I made like a plan for myself. I made a plan that I had to keep going and keep persevering. So I was like really determined that entire year. I skipped parties, I stayed at home a lot just to study. You know, winning the National Spelling Bee is a huge commitment, and if you ask any national champion, it will take a lot of time and effort. But I was willing to put in that effort, especially after the determination I had after my past 2 setbacks. So 7th grade, I really locked in, and then, yeah, that year I was laser focused, and I was able to win it all in 7th grade in 2024. And yeah, that's how I'm here today.
Wonderful insights. Thank you so much. We truly appreciate all the great insights. Yes, please.
Yeah, 5 more minutes.
5 more minutes.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, that was my journey in a nutshell. So yeah, this is just about what happened after I won. Yeah, I know there's a question about this too. So after I won, so I won on Thursday night, right? So the past few months, the next few months after I won were like really busy. Like I was getting invitations for many different places to speak. I had many different interview requests, TV show requests, right? So I remember that Friday after I won, they made me wake up at like 5 a.m. I think, just because I had to go on every major news channel. I was just doing them back to back to back. At this point, I was kind of like using the previous interview to prepare for the next interview. Like, that's how it was just like at that point. That's how hectic it was. And then later that day, we actually went to the White House, so that was a great opportunity. But then, yeah, after that, we went to New York for this show called Kelly and Mark. And then I also rang the NASDAQ closing bell that day. Yeah, and then, thank you. And then right after that, I flew to LA. And then I was on Jimmy Kimmel Live. It's a talk show in America. And yeah, after I came back, I had a huge airport reception and actually a parade in my community. Yeah, it was so sweet of my community to host a parade for me, and I was like really happy. The first picture is the winning moment where all the confetti fell, and the CEO of Scripps, he presented me with my trophy. And then the second picture is when I got on I can call it a throne. But yeah, it was like a throne where I got on, and then they would like parade me around the community. And there were like a lot of people in my community showed up, so I'm just happy for all of the support and recognition I've gotten since I won. So yeah, that's just a little about my post-victory. Okay, and I think this is a really important one, right? Benefits of competing. You guys might be wondering, spelling, like not many people like need it, honestly, like in their lives, in their day-to-day lives. So there has to be some like other benefits for this, right? And there are. So the first major benefit I think I've got from the spelling bee is my confidence and my social skills. So before the spelling bee, I was really nervous to go up on stage and talk, or just to talk to anyone that I didn't know. And I still am today, I definitely still am, but that definitely has gotten a lot better. I'm a lot more confident when I'm talking to larger audiences, and I think I can strike up a conversation pretty well with someone I don't know. So that's something that you would need, right? Like for job interviews, school interviews, college interviews, like that just helps like for connections, right? That's something I'd say is really important in your day-to-day life. Then there's hard work and determination, right? To win the spelling bee, I had to go through a bunch of ups and downs as I detailed in my journey. But having that goal and having that determination to push through and achieve your goal, that's something really invaluable that can help. And I know a lot of people here are adults, so you guys all have jobs and everything. But yeah, hard work and determination really helps in jobs. It helps me in school, right? It will help me in the future in college, and when I get a job too, it will help me too. So that's just, I'd say, a basic skill that I developed really well thanks to the spelling bee. And then, thank you. And then, my final skill, I feel like this is a little overlooked, but the spelling bee really helps you increase your vocabulary. So whenever you learn a word, you have to kind of learn all the information for the word, like its definition, for example, because as I said earlier, in the spelling bee, they recently introduced vocabulary as an elimination component, which might seem ironic hard because it is a spelling bee. But if you think about it, it makes sense, right? The spelling bee wants the contestants to know not just how to spell the word, but how to use the word in real life, right? Because that's essentially what you're kind of supposed to take away. So I feel like my vocabulary has steadily and immensely improved since I did this spelling. So yeah, I'm thankful for that. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, brother. You have extraordinary skills, caliber, and we are really privileged to have you. And as a token of appreciation for